Shalom, all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah, Kadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect. This is Lamentations chapter 4 and verse 1. How is the gold become dim? How is the most fine gold changed? The stones of the sanctuary are poured out in the top of every street. The precious sons of Zion, comparable to fine gold, how are they esteemed as earthen pitchers, the work of the hands of the potter. Even the sea monsters draw out the breast, they give suck to their young ones. The daughters of my people is become cruel, like the ostrich in the wilderness. The tongue of the sucking child cleaveth to the roof of his mouth for thirst. The young children ask bread, and no man breaketh it unto them. They that did feed delicately are desolate in the streets. They that were brought up in scarlet embrace dunghills. So we are more precious than gold, the Israelites, but right now in the state we're in dunghills, which is shit basically. We're shit right now. Until Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai comes and saves the 144 and the 1/3. 2/3 have to die and they're shit. For the punishment of their iniquity of the daughter of my people is greater than the punishment of the sin of Sodom that was overthrown, and in a moment, and no hands stayed on her. So the punishment that we've endured, the Gadites, the Judites, all the tribes, Issachar, we've endured is more than the punishment that Sodom endured when Yahweh blew them up. Her Nazarites were purer than snow. They were whiter than milk. They were more ruddy in body than rubies. Their polishing was of sapphire. Their vestige is black. Vestige, Torah, shape, form, outline, figure, appearance. That's how we know that the people are their vestige is their appearance is blacker than coal. They are not known in the streets. Their skin cleaveth to their bones. It is withered. It has become like a stick. They that be slain with the sword are better than they that shall be slain with hunger. For these pine away stricken, though for want of the fruits of the field. And if you ever see, if somebody gets shot, they die pretty quickly. But if, or even stabbed, but if someone dies from hunger, this perfectly says it right here. For these pine away stricken through for want of the fruits of the field. So they're like sick and they die when you're hungering to death. The hands of the pitiful woman have sodden their own children. They were their meat in the destruction of the daughter of my people. Sodden, Bashal, to boil, cook, bake, roast, ripen, grow, ripe, to boil, cook. So the hands of the pitiful woman have sodden their own children. They cooked their own children. They were their meat in the destruction of the daughter of my people. And the Lord's people are the 12 tribes of Israel. so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. They ate their own children. Yahweh hath accomplished his fury. He hath poured out his fierce anger, and hath kindled a fire in Zion, and it hath devoured the foundations thereof. The Lord was mad at us, and he messed us up so good. The kings of the earth and all the inhabitants of the world would not have believed that the adversary and the enemy should have entered into the gates of Jerusalem, for the sins of her prophets, and she and the iniquities of her priests, that have shed the blood of the just in the midst of her. They have wandered as blind men in the street. They have polluted themselves with blood, so that men could not touch their garments. They cried unto them, Depart ye, it is unclean, depart, depart, touch not. When they fled away and wandered, they said among the heathen, They shall no more sojourn there. The anger of Yahweh hath divided them. He will no more regard them. They respected not the persons of the priest. They favored not the elders. So you're supposed to honor your elders, and we went totally off with these false gods and everything, and that's why the Lord, every single tribe, he messed them up good, because you would not follow his commandments. As for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us. They hunt our steps, that we cannot go in our streets. Our end is near, our days are fulfilled, for our end is come. Our persecutors are swifter than the eagles of the heaven. That's talking about these Edomites. They're quick to kill you. They pursued us upon the mountains. They laid wait for us in the wilderness. What happens when you're driving down the street? There's an Edomite cop with his radar on you, so he can get you. The breath of our nostrils, the anointed of Yahweh, was taken in their pits, of whom we said, Under his shadow we shall live among the heathen. And a pit is like a prison, like a hole in the ground. We're in a pit right now. America is basically a big prison. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom. So these Edomites are the so-called white people that dwelleth in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. So what he done to us is going to be done unto him multiple times. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. So he's going to get what he's doing to us. He's going to get it. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. So our iniquity, we could look that one up real quick. Oh, here it is. Perversity, depravity, iniquity, guilt, or punishment of iniquity. So our punishment of the iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion, and Zion is Israel. Parched place, another name for Jerusalem, especially in the prophetic books. So it's Jerusalem. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. They just showed Edom will no more carry us away into captivity, because he done it to all of us. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. And he is Yahweh. He's going to discover, he already knows what everybody does. He will visit thy iniquity. He's going to destroy you. Esau. And then we're going to go to Obadiah. And this is Obadiah. We could just read from 1. The vision of Obadiah. Thus saith Yahweh concerning Edom, so-called white people. We have heard a rumor from Yahweh, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. So these Chinese, Russians are Edomites too, but they're going to come against them. All the heathens are going to come against this Edomite devil. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. Everybody hates Edomites. They even hate themselves. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Reminds me of Trump, that one. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, said Yahweh. Yahweh's going to kill you. We don't have to do nothing except preach this gospel and try to follow the commandments to our best ability and try to be as righteous as we can. We don't have to kill nobody. Yahweh's going to kill them. If thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? So if a thief came into your house, wouldn't he steal your TV and your Xbox? He wouldn't probably go into your refrigerator. If grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes? How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? All the men of thy confederacy covenant, alliance, pledge between men, treaty, alliance, league. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. So these Edomites, they think they got these allies, confederacy. They're the ones that are going to burn them. Shall I not in that day, saith Yahweh, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and understanding out of the mount of Esau? And thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed, to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. Every single Edomite is going to be murdered. Not by us, by Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakah Kadash. We don't have to lift a finger. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. In that day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captives his forces, and foreigners entered into his gates, and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou wast as one of them. So, these Edomites, they have a eternal hate for Jacob. And all you stupid Jakes that want to hold on to the Edomites and love the Edomites, you're going to get what you're asking for. But thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother in the day that he became a stranger, neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction. Neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress. Thou shouldest not have entered into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity. Yea, thou shouldest not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity. So the Lord said, you should have never touched us. But you proud Edomites think you're God. Watch when Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai comes and fucks you up. Neither shouldest thou have stood in the crossway to cut off those of his that did escape. Neither shouldest thou have delivered up those of his that did remain in the day of distress. For the day of Yahweh is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. Yahweh is going to mess you suckers up real good. Especially you Edomites. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. And we already looked, Zion is Jerusalem. So-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, 12 tribes of Israel. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble. And they shall kindle in them, and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for Yahweh hath spoken it. Yahweh says all you devils are gonna die. You so-called white people. And they of the south shall possess the mount of Esau, and they of the plain the Philistines, and they shall possess the fields of Ephraim, and the fields of Samaria, and Benjamin shall possess Gilead. So basically, we're going to possess your land, like you possess our land. And the captivity of the host of the children of Israel shall possess that of the Canaanites, even unto Zarephath, and the captivity of Jerusalem, which is in Shepherd, shall possess the cities of the south. And saviors shall come up on Mount Zion to judge the mount of Esau, and the kingdom shall be Yahweh's. With that, I want to say, Ka Hala Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Rakah Kadash Khan.